So to be completely honest, I don't know if there's a more appropriate word in filming this video than call it deja vu, because man, what we're about to hear is obviously Olivia Rodrigo's Deja Vu track, and it just totally brings me back to like 2021 Deja Vu. When we originally heard this, I mean, granted, like if you've made it this far and you've been following since my channel since then, we used to face this way in the studio, and a lot has changed since then, musically and in my life and in her life and in everything in the world. But it's cool to kind of go back to a track that we're all familiar with and kind of see, potentially a new version of it. I mean, every live performance is a new version of a song. Like, there's always something slightly different. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jacob Restituto, and I'm a musician from Northport, New York. And today, we have Olivia Rodrigo doing her track, Deja Vu, live in the BBC. Or I'm assuming it's live because, most of these are live. We had a whole discussion about the live situation we're not getting into today. But let's get into this. BBC Radio Lounge. Quality is so ridiculously good. Like, it looks like a Netflix movie.
Car rides to Malibu, strawberry ice cream, 1 spoon for 2 and trading jackets, laughing about how small it looks on you.
It's a cool version.
Reruns of Glee being annoying, singing in harmony. Well, I bet she's bragging to all her friends, saying you're so unique.
Let's talk about this. To be honest, I haven't heard this version, like a live version of this in a while. So it's kind of cool to kind of hear it back and be like, oh, this feels different. It feels, I don't know what the word is I want to say the word mature, in the sense of, like, it's not even necessarily her in any way, shape, or form. But the production kind of has this higher quality production. It has a very, I think that as sometimes as we grow as artists in the music industry, we can there's something about the simplicity that we kind of adapt to. It's like, we don't need all the production or these, what's the word I'm looking for? Tracks to play along with, which is nothing wrong with, because a lot of times artists do. But sometimes there's something to be said about the simplicity of the song. It's like, oh, all we have so far is acoustic guitar and piano and vocals. And it's a really cool production, because I can almost hear the the studio version in the back of my head. So her leaving space leaves, as a listener, some imagination for us to listen to and be like, oh, you can interpret it in any way you want. It's a cool interpretation. Falsetto sound.
She thinks it's special, but it's reused. That was our place. I found it first. I made the jokes you tell her when she's with you. Do you get deja vu when she's with you? Do you get deja vu? Yeah, do you get deja vu?
Dude, her voice sounds so ridiculous. Like, really, really high quality voice and vocal production, the way it was recorded, and also just just the quality of her voice, really, really cool. I like this production, man. Like, just the straight up acoustic piano vocals, like, it's cool. Like, part of me kind of wants to hear some harmonies. Like, we have all those big harmonies in the actual studio version. But I kind of like the fact that they're not there. It just leaves, like, interpretation as a listener. Be like, oh, this, what? I don't know how to explain it. Does that make sense? Stereo acoustics left and right. Very airy vocals.
Do you call her and almost say my name? 'Cause let's be honest, we kinda do sound the same. Another actress. Well, I hate to think that I was just your type.
I love the way she's like, I like how she's changing it up here. She's not just lip syncing the song, like, or she's not karaokeing the song where it's like you're singing along to your own song. Like, she's really, like, it's almost like she's, like, performing it for the first time.
I bet that she knows Billy Joe, 'cause you played her uptown girl. You're singing it together now. I bet you even tell her how
so catchy, man.
Do you get deja vu? Oh, yeah, do you get deja vu? Ah, strawberry ice.
All right, before we get to the bridge, let's talk about this really quick. One thing that's cool about like as artists develop in their sound, I guess, and play the same songs over and over again, one of the benefits to that is it creates this comfortability with the song. Like when you've played it so many times, you're not thinking about the song anymore. You're not thinking about the words. You're not thinking about the pitches. You've become so accustomed to singing the song that then you can become more expressive and start to change things out. It almost like it's almost like practice creates creativity, if that, or leaves room for creativity. Like the way she's sliding between notes, the way she's like, you know, being more expressive in her expressions. You know, like she has a freedom to that. Sometimes, like if you notice, like sometimes when artists release a new, okay, here's a good example. You go to a concert, right, and you see an artist, they're promoting the new album. They play their album, and it's a little more controlled than when they go and do their hit songs, because their hit songs they played 1,000 times. They don't think about it. Where they care about the reception a little bit more with these new albums, or they care about how that comes off because they haven't performed it as well, so they're not super comfortable with it. So you could see, I think you could see the difference in performance between this song, which is from her first album, and some of the new performances from her second, or even the Noah Khan cover, because they're not in her arsenal long enough to be like completely free in the song. Here, she's not thinking about anything other than the song.
Yeah, do you get deja vu? Ah, strawberry ice cream in Malibu. Don't act like we didn't do that shit too. You're trading jackets like we used to do.
I like you can hear the chorus a lot
I'll
here.
play her piano, but she doesn't know that I was the one who taught you Billy Joel. There's a different girl now, but there's nothing new. I know you get deja vu. Yeah, I know you get deja vu. Yeah, I
See, man,
know
like-
you get deja vu.
There's different ownership here.
Now you get deja vu.
Dude, that was crazy, man. That was a crazy performance. But like right there was a great example of the ownership that I was talking about. There's a new comfortability, like I own this song, as opposed to like when you're releasing a new song, you feel like you're renting it, like you're not super comfortable with it yet. So this was cool, man. Very cool performance. I'd love to know your perspective. Send me a text of what you thought, or any requests that you may have. So my name is Jacob Restituto, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless and peace out.